Hello again, and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and guess what? We're going to have a little discussion today. I know it makes some of you happy, and it drives some of you insane. So, fair warning, small discussion, and we may even get a little edgy on this one. So, sensitive topic, let's just cut to the chase. What am I talking about? Well, I want to do a very, very simple one. And this shouldn't be controversial, but I'm sure somebody's going to probably take it that way of overlooking physical fitness. Okay? All of us. I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark here and say all of us could probably do a little something extra for our physical fitness. We're not in peak shape. At least I know I'm not. Okay? Uh, I've got a couple of pounds. Now, granted, I was sick not that long ago and I dropped 12 pounds from it. Uh, I still technically have another almost 20 pounds I would like to lose. We'll see now that my sickness is pretty much now gone. If my appetite really comes back and I gain it all back, I'm trying not to. Uh, but there's a lot of people that have a false sense of security. They think, well, I'm a nurse or I'm in retail or whatever, and by my little fitness watch, I walk 8 to 10 miles every day. Okay, but that is different than you taking and putting on a 25-pound rucksack and off roading, if you will. Okay, you are in climate controlled, probably. You are in comfortable shoes. You are in comfortable clothing. And yes, you may have to pick up a heavy thing, or maybe you have a little bit of a stressful situation a little bit here and there, but you pick that. You could technically just quit anytime you want. Now, I get it. You're probably not going to quit. But I'm saying it, you could. Okay. So even if you was a nurse and it just got really stressful and, whatever, insert thing here, and you just go, you know what? Nope, I'm out. You can. You physically can. Uh, SHTF, you can't. Okay. You got two choices: sit down and accept whatever fate's going to come your way, or push forward. And a lot of that is going to do on two things. That's what we're going to cover today: your physical fitness as well as your mental fitness, because they're going to go hand in hand. Because you can be pretty fit, and if you're not mentally prepared, same thing. You can be a little squishy around here and pretty good up here, but if this is willing and this ain't, uh, Houston, we still have a problem. You've got to make sure that you work both out simultaneously. You have to mentally prepare yourself, you have to physically prepare yourself. Now, I know from looking at the demographics and the various statistics that come with having a YouTube channel, I get to see the difference of how many women and how many men and different age groups that I have. And for the most part, most of the audience is probably in that 30s and upper range, okay? And so some of us are probably decently fit, and some of us probably aren't. And I know at least a few of you. I know I have a couple that have sent me emails that have disabilities. I've got one that is in a wheelchair. I've got all sorts of ones, so trust me, I get all of it, okay? But it's all going to come down to where you think your capabilities end. Because right now, you have the ability to come up with a plan B and a plan C, and then put those plans into action and see, do these need to be executed in a different way? Do I need to alter them, modify them, or do I need to scrap it and come up with a whole different plan because it's just not going to work? Okay, now's the time to start figuring that out. You have the choice right now to go, you know what? I'm in a wheelchair. this is the hill that I'm going to stay right on. I mean, that's up to you. Or you can go, you know what? I'm in a wheelchair, but if I do this and this, I can make it out onto the road. And if I can make it to the road, then maybe I can make it to here and I can do this and I can, you give yourself that opportunity. Maybe there's different ways, okay? And it's going to come down to you being creative. I'm not going to be able to sit here and come up with suggestions for every single situation because it'd be a pretty long video, okay? And so you got to make sure that you gear it around. Okay. And it's going to be the same thing with physical fitness. Okay. For me to sit here and give you all sorts of physical fitness advice, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know where your level is. I can sit here and say, hey, grab something like this, then it weighs 5 pounds and do this and all that. Well, if you're a person watching me and you have no arms, you're sitting here going, hello, rural, I can't do that. Okay. So do what you can with what you got. Start somewhere. Okay. If you are on that entry level, figure out some way. If you have a desk job, figure out some way that while you're on the phone, grab a catalog or grab something and try and just get something moving. That's all you got to do is get a little bit something moving. And I'm not talking about all day. You know, some of you, you're like, man, I've got a construction job or a landscaping job or whatever. I'm constantly moving and this and that. Great. Okay. And sometimes it's not about going out and trying to get real big, strong, muscles and all that. A lot of it's just building up endurance. And it's not just building up endurance to keep moving, building up endurance to be outside. There's a lot of people that I know that they're pretty physically fit and they have a pretty good endurance level inside. Kind of like you going to the inside range. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed that you can hit that target at 75 yards, have a ping pong size grouping with a really high end scope and a really high end firearm under optimal lighting and absolutely no wind and, all this stuff. Okay, let's take that same firearm and setup and now let's go outside where you have winds that's whipping around at different directions and speed. It's dark outside and it's pouring cats and dogs. Can you do it then? Well, no, I don't do that. Yeah, same thing. I have watched friends be able to run on a treadmill for 45 minutes straight. You take them outside in July heat, they can't last 5 minutes. They're not used to that. Make sure that you're doing what you can with what you have available. You would be surprised at how much you can do just going out into the garden. You are getting your body outside. You're one, connecting with nature. You're working with your hands. You're doing this. You're getting your body moving. You're going outside and getting that sunlight. You're getting that vitamin D. It's free. Now, yeah, you'll have to do, the sunscreen and the different things to protect yourselves and all that. But just getting outside, getting that fresh air, it's good for you. Okay. You have to make sure that you don't have the excuse. Okay. I understand, and I get this a lot. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, well, I watched as a kid Michael Jordan jump from the three throw line and dunk a basketball. Your turn. Okay, you can't do it? Yeah, we're not all the same. Okay, and I hate that expression. Well, I can run off 5 hours of sleep. Okay, yeah, well, actually, I run off about 5 hours of sleep myself. Others I know can't do that. They just can't. And I'll get people that'll say, "Oh, no, 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 they absolutely can. They just got to condition themselves." Okay, well, maybe that's true, or maybe they're just different because some people have a natural born skill and a natural born talent to be able to do something, and others They have to hone it and they have to learn it and develop it. And so maybe on them, their body just requires it a little bit more. Okay. We're all a different shape and size and color and talk different and look different, and difference is okay. But you have to accept that difference and make sure that wherever you're at, you're not making an excuse. You have to motivate yourself and challenge yourself. Get moving. Do whatever you got to do. Tiny steps make leaps and bounds. So if you're in a wheelchair because of whatever thing, if your arms are cool, do whatever you got to do for your arms. Okay. If you got something to where you're sitting on the couch because of whatever, move your legs, get up and down, do something. It's great to sit down and do, absolutely nothing. And I don't know if you guys know this, I don't like to sit still. And if you watch me during my videos, I'm doing this, or I'm constantly doing this, or I'm shaking my leg. I hate to sit still. And it's difficult sometimes to do these videos, especially if I do like 2 or 3 videos back to back, is I'm sitting for like a half hour, 45 minutes straight, and my body's screaming, get up, okay? We can't sit here no more. And so you got to make sure that for you got to figure out what's best for you. You have to get up and you have to get physically outside. You have to be able to do that. So do what you can. Practice your stuff. Go outside for a walk, okay? And if you're a little bit on the older side, walk from the end of your porch and back. And when you feel comfortable, go further. When you feel comfortable, go further. You don't have to sit here and try and make excuses. Well, I don't have anywhere to go. Okay, walk around your house. Okay. Well, there's fences and things I can't, do that. Okay, walk around your front yard, walk around your backyard, walk up and down your driveway. Figure it out. Okay. The excuses have to stop. That's why we have to work out up here too. Break that excuse, develop yourself, make yourself better. And that's where a lot of this is going to come in, to where it's not going to be that far into the future. Once you break that, you're going to be able to look in the mirror and you're going to go, wow, okay, we're making progress. You're going to feel better, you're going to look better, and up here, you're going to know you're better. And when something happens, you're not going to have that panic of, oh no, I've got to take off, running because there's a forest fire or whatever. Uh, for the last 6 months, you can make it from here to the end of the street in 90 seconds. You have that confidence. You've built it. You've done it over and over. Congratulations. Now, because that forest fire is not coming, move on. How fast can you get from here to the next block? Drive down to the park. Use things around you. Go to the woods. Practice off road. There's a lot of people that they can walk a track, but as soon as you get them off road, they get real unsure. And again, it goes back to the excuses. Well, my balance isn't that good. Hey, I get it. Okay. And it may very well be. What can we do about it? Will a walking stick help? Well, I need a walker, to help stabilize me. Okay. Can we get a walking stick or a cane? Well, I need balance. Can we get 2 walking sticks? What can we do creatively to where we can get it? Okay, well, if I can't take my walker with me, plan A is to grab 2 canes. Well, if I can't find my canes, there's 2 rakes out front that I can turn upside down and use those to get going. You got to get creative, and that comes from up here. You've got to do this. You can do those little mind puzzle games. There's a ton of free apps. You can play Sudoku or whatever it is. There's a ton of different things that you can do to work out your mind. There's physical games that you can do. Play board games with the kids or the grandkids. Uh, Try something new. Get on YouTube and go, you know what? I've never done paracord before. I've never done knitting before, or crocheting, or I've never carved anything with a knife. Here's a great idea to challenge your mind and learn. Work this out. Trust me, it's going to come in useful probably pretty soon. That's what I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys have a little bit of substance out of that. You gained a little bit of something. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know what to do. Drop them down here. Do all the fun YouTube things. To like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so that way you can be notified for all future content that's going to come out. Because we got something coming up when we do our 500th video that you probably won't want to miss. Now, for all of you that made it to this far in the video, guess what? You get 2 of them. You rock. Appreciate you very much. I hope you guys have a blessed day. God bless each and every one of you. Stay tuned because there's definitely more information to come. And with that, say it with me, please. Above everything else, remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.